welcome back to my channel. I hate long intros, so we're going to get right into it. Today I have a sort of unusual project. My daughter is really into music, and over the summer we went to see my favorite band live. I was so excited, and my daughter was excited too. It was the first live show I'd been to in over 15 years, which is crazy because as a teenager I used to go see local bands play all the time. So when my friend told me that Smile Empty Soul was going to be playing near me, the plan was obvious. We're totally going. We went with another friend of mine who goes to shows pretty regularly and even has a battle jacket with a ton of patches. There were a lot of people at that show with battle jackets, and my daughter was hooked. She goes to one show and suddenly she needs a battle jacket with patches from every single band that she's ever loved. You know, normal stuff. I am really glad that I was able to go see Smile Empty Soul with my daughter and with my friend. So this was a super special event for me. Smile Empty Soul has been one of my favorite bands since I was a teenager and has been my favorite band for such a long time that saying that number out loud makes me feel really old, so we're just going to say that I've been a fan for a long time. It's actually really cool. My daughter loves them too, and we always have a band that we can agree on when we're in the car. For my daughter's birthday earlier this year, she got a CD player. It's the only thing that she asked for. We had a really hard time finding Smile Empty Soul CDs, so she reached out to Sean Danielsen, who is the lead singer, songwriter, and guitarist for Smile Empty Soul, to ask him if he had any CDs that she could buy from him. He replied super quick and had almost their entire discography available, so she picked out a few CDs and he shipped them off to her. He even signed them for her and sent her a guitar pick and stickers. It was so nice. Sean is really, really nice. My daughter had an assignment to interview someone. Usually it's a parent or relative, but she had asked him if it was okay for her to interview him for her school project, and she sent him a few questions, and he answered them, and she wrote her paper. She got an A, and that was really awesome. So after the show, she had asked Sean if they had embroidered patches, and he said that unfortunately they didn't have any, and she asked if it was okay if I made one for her. He said that was totally cool. Obviously, it's not for sale, it's just fan art, and I'm only going to make the one for my daughter. I don't have a battle jacket, but maybe I should make one? Well, maybe in the future when I have more time for fun projects like that. So this patch is crocheted and not like your typical embroidered patch, which would be made on an embroidery machine. Those are totally different mediums in case you didn't know. The crafting world is so vast, so the general idea here was to make a 3 by 3 inch patch. So I am going to just make a 3 by 3 ish square in black. The plan was to make the patch and then yarn embroider the design onto a blank square, basically. It didn't need to be exact, so I got it close. I'm going to embroider the design in white yarn. The design is from Smile Empty Soul's album, The Loss of Everything. It has a sort of warble TV on it, so that is the design that I went with. There are a lot of really cool Smile Empty Soul designs and album covers that I could have made, but this one seemed to be the most achievable option to make with yarn, a crochet hook, and a tapestry needle. I do love the Vultures cover, and I would love to take a stab at the Swan Song cover someday. Oh, that was a pun. Well, I'm not removing it, so I hope you like puns. If you were here before, then you know that I have a habit of using strings for sewing that are just a little bit too long. They always get in the way, they get tangled, and they make my job a little bit more interesting, but don't worry. I save all my scrap yarn for other projects or mix it with stuffing, so nothing is wasted. You don't have to worry that my crazy long sewing tails are going to be a waste. The technique for this probably has a name, but I don't know what it is. After the design is on the patch, I'm going to go over the yarn and sort of sew through it to make sure it's secured. That is going to be a super important step for any wearable project. You want to make sure that everything is secured. Keeping the yarn from being sort of loose on the patch is going to keep it from getting snagged, torn, ripped, or otherwise damaged while you're wearing it. Sewing patches onto literally anything is not my favorite task, so keeping the patch safe and secured and undamaged is the goal here. My daughter's jacket has all sorts of pockets, so sewing patches onto it was a whole thing. There are outside pockets that you have to watch for, and then there are several inside pockets that you have to be careful of. Nobody wants their pockets to be sewn shut, so the goal is to only have to sew this on once. I am going to sew this patch on with a needle and thread because absolutely no way am I going to try to sew this on a Wrangler brand denim jacket with some yarn and a tapestry needle. If you don't know, Wrangler denim is usually really, really good quality and it's super thick. This yarn is thick and a tapestry needle is usually kind of chunky and it's not very sharp. So I would have a really bad time. So a regular needle and cotton thread is going to be my best friend for this project. I wasn't too worried about matching thread at all for this. I used plain black yarn for the patch and you can get black thread pretty much anywhere. I think I got my black thread at Walmart, so I didn't even go to a craft store for it. And you can get sewing needles pretty much anywhere. I think I got the set that I have now at a dollar store. So if you want to try out a project like this, you don't need anything super fancy. The tools for this aren't super expensive and they're widely available. So you can get needles and thread for a few dollars and use pretty much anything to make a patch. I did see on Reddit someone made patches with some paint and scraps from an old t-shirt that was not really usable as a shirt anymore, but they repurposed it into patches, so that's amazing. Let me know if you've done something like this or if you'd like to try. I'd love to see someone else who did or plans to do a sort of unusual project like this. Let me know down in the comments if you make your own clothes or you upcycle clothing. My daughter's super interested in that, and I see photos and videos of other people doing it, and I am so blown away by the creativity and what you can do with repurposed supplies. And here we are. We're pretty much done at this point. I'll show a photo of my daughter's jacket with her two little patches so far. She's got big plans and she's just getting started. Now that we're nearing the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who comes to my channel and watches my videos and leaves me comments and likes. It means so much to me. My socials are linked down below. If you'd like to see more, you can hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.